Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. Take it in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. That first throw of the new season, he's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. Take it in at the 22. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Mayfield now. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay gain.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on it. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They get 5, and they'll go ahead and move the chains. But they kept it simple there, CD. Only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with the deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to
You're not turning it over? Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Robbie Anderson has been used more as a short field receiver in Carolina than the deep threat he was in New York. Over 1,600 yards in 2 seasons with the Panthers. Now his 3rd season as a starter in Charlotte. He picks up a first down here, and he's certainly hoping they get back to throwing him the long ball.
A first down throw from Mayfield. His throw incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 30. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They go play action. Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Zane Gonzalez, the former Browns kicker, out for the field goal against his old teammates. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Browns drive about to get started. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a play fake, and it's Watson sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Watson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Now Mayfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
That's a pretty good throw on the corner out there. 3rd down, and he picked up the first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
It's not easy.
When they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Injuries got to McCaffrey again in 2021. He's played just 10 games since his historic 2019 season. He's been averaging well over 100 yards per game when he's out there, though. And fans of the game are hoping this is the year he gets back to a full season of work.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. This is McCaffrey on the give, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's got this down to the 35. 51 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking at mid-season form here in the opener.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, Parker. They understand that they don't start to slow him down. It's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he's just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And Mayfield just getting the play off. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Returnable for Grant. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They begin this drive with Chubb. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now it's Watson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They're giving some different looks here defensively in the early goal. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up. They can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Back to throw, Watson. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Watson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 41. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Following the interception, Mayfield. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
The Browns drive about to get started. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Watson. It's caught. Cooper. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
And trouble trying the middle here. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Faking the give. Now Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And it'll be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And now off to the races, down the right side. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. This is McCaffrey. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield off the play fake. He's going to look deep for more. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Fresh off the pick 6, it's Watson. Trying to lay one up deep. And now Watson throws another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Things just kind of continuing to unravel for them here in the second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard. And they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turned the ball over.
Myles Garrett, the all-pro, in on the tackle.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
second down and right back to McCaffrey.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On 3rd down, Mayfield.
And he's got McCaffrey open, complete.
He's got the 1st down and more. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 85 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Mayfield down. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. The 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Mayfield to throw it. He's got Anderson right side. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Throwing, Mayfield. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Rashard Higgins, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Watson now to throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Mayfield looks to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Pressure comes and down he goes. On that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Man open. That's Anthony Schwartz. The Browns 1st down as they manage to convert. sideline, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And it's Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, it would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Even with such a big lead late, the offense has lost one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to have it here just past the 25. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield, he's got a man. It's his fullback.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he's able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Mayfield. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for offense.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Watson. And he completes it to Hunt. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Okay, so roughing the passer, I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. From the red zone now, Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Browns are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a two-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a two-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder...
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 106 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Panthers, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.